I'm going to do is I want everybody to get out a piece of paper. Okay, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to put your name on it. Is that a right brain activity or a left brain activity? Left brain. All of a sudden everybody says, oh my God, this is going to be a test. He's going to test me. And all of a sudden when you think it's going to be a test, what's the first thing that gets into your mind? Pass, fail, pass, fail. Am I going to pass this test? Do I want to take this test? You know, and that's funny. That's what happens to a lot of people. They just freeze up. They don't go any farther. So I've created this shirt over a number of years in different industries that I've been involved in, and this shirt is actually a test of your brain hemispheres to see, one, if your left brain is dominant or your right brain is dominant, and whether there's any connection between the two hemispheres. Now, what I'd like everybody to do is just take about 2 minutes. I want everybody to write down in order everything that they see on my shirt. And the back's pretty much the same as the front. And just out of curiosity, you're wondering where this shirt came from. It came from the skateboard industry. I used to be director of the Pepsi-Cola skateboard safety program. And these were the shirts that our Pepsi team had in the movie Skateboard. We had a Pepsi team in that movie, and so I loved this shirt, so I bagged one for myself. So this comes from 1976. It's the last, probably the only shirt of its kind in existence. Do, 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 do. Does anybody have a watch and can give me 2 minutes? That isn't doing this lesson. Can you do us 2 minutes back there?
Okay. Go ahead.
And just let me know when it's up. And just to put the pressure on everybody, I want you to give me a countdown once we get to 1 minute and 40 seconds. Now, if you're hard of seeing, if you have a hard time seeing, I can come by and give you a closer look. Okay. Now, I want everybody to stand up. Okay. Now, everybody that saw a tennis sonnet but did not see that it's tennis, I want everybody over on this side. And the people that saw tennis symmetrically, I want them over on this side. Everybody that just saw tennis sonnet over here, the people that saw tennis over on this side. Okay, now, how many people do we have? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many people do we have over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, okay? So we got 5 people over here that actually can shift from their right brain to their left brain. The people over here got trapped on one side or the other. There was no communication between the two because the way I created this is that it's a lot of stimulus for your right brain and for your left brain. Now, a person, I've done this with thousands of people in the skateboard industry and the health spa industry, and I just did a big giant seminar by Dan Kennedy and Bill Glazer. There's like over 1,300 people there. And so I tested a lot of the people there, and I incorporated a lot of people to do testing for me. Now, this is usually the average. It's usually close to 90% of the people do not see tennis. Why do you think that is? What is the problem with the left brain that's logical, judgmental, mathematical, and verbal skills?
It's always left to right.
That's right. It always goes left to right. And when you get over on this side, did anybody think that synod is a word? Well, it is. I created it. Well, I used to be a tennis pro. How many people know what the word sin means? It means miss the mark. Yes. Yeah, it means miss the mark. You know, and in tennis, how do you commit tennis suicide?
Hit the net.
That's right, hit the ball into the net. The goal is to get the ball over the net. You know, I have to tell my students over and over and over again, hit the ball over the net, not into the net. And so that's where I created the word sonnet. It's sinning at the net. It's missing the mark. That's where most people do, and that's what they do in their lives. They not only sabotage their tennis game, but they sabotage their lives because they get into their left brain, which is the logical, the judgmental, the mathematical and verbal skills, the competition, the judgment, and it's the internalization of everything that anybody told you that is bad about you or from their perspective. And so most people, it's what happens in our society is that TV, the news, everything that it's doing is trying to throw us into that left brain, which is where we have that competition. That's where we have our fear. Do you think that fear exists on the right brain, the creative, the spontaneous, the intuitive, the emotional, the one that's taking care of us, is keeping us alive? Heck no. Heck no. And so that is the problem in society, is that so many people are trapped in either one brain hemisphere or the other that you can't get out. You're just trapped. You hit there and it's just like, tilt, can't go any farther. And so you just shut down. How many people here would like to help me test your family and friends and report back? Because so far what I've found in the United States, I've never tested any countries, is that 9 out of 10 people get trapped in their left brain or in their right brain. And they cannot shift from one brain to the other brain.